What's up? It's your boy KB, and this is Maybe You Needed to Hear This Today. So, I think what I'm going to focus on today is the rat race. And how, like, we're kind of, you're not asked to be born into this, you know what I mean? And then you're all of a sudden you have to do all this stuff and achieve all these things, and you have to work, and that, I mean, right now there is definitely the technology and the natural resources in this great country of the United States of America that people could definitely go without wanting. I mean, of course, not everybody could live a luxurious lifestyle, but there's definitely enough that people don't have to suffer anymore, So it's, and some people do better than others, and we all get the same 24 hours in a day. That's for sure, And there's a lot of different ways to view success too, Like, I consider myself very successful. I'm very happy. I mean, it took me a minute to see things kind of that way, actually. And I'm not like done, But I definitely consider myself successful. I mean, I have, beautiful children and who love me and want to spend time with me, and do. I actually just got done. Today is a Sunday, so this weekend I actually had my first boy slumber party. My daughter has brought I think just one friend at a time, but she's brought in two different friends here multiple times. But today was my first slumber party with my son, my youngest son, and he had brought two of his friends over, and it's, I'm really happy that the moms convened and allowed me the opportunity to do that, because I know a lot of times some single dads get a weird rap for, being what we are, but I don't complain. In my household, I do the nurturing, the loving, the dishes, the laundry, and all the mowing the grass, taking the dad stuff too. And, it's in the notion of gender equality and maybe overlooking some norms in particular, I'm very proud of where I stand and what I'm doing. But I mean, financially, of course I could be doing a heck of a lot better. I've never really put too much on that stuff, and that's okay. But I definitely wish I could go back in time and have like a talk with myself. But I don't even think I would listen to myself. So But I mean, I don't know. Maybe in this life, that's what I'm supposed to do. Or because I definitely feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. So I also think another thing that helps is being of service to others, like trying to help and be, in other people's worlds and helping them. I know sometimes everybody wants to isolate, and just stay at home and stay in bed. And during COVID, dear Lord, that was crazy, but you need to get out and help other people and talk to other people. I've said before about how we're such a community oriented species. When you get enough of us together, we are kind of like ants. We do collectively, we're creating a vision together. It's just we unfortunately have generational entities of ginormous amounts of wealth and power that are multinational, international, they have no borders. Oligarch system group, Epstein class, that they essentially controlled the Western aspect of it, like, the UK, Canada, whatever. I don't. But anyway, I mean, because there's nothing that I can do, like, right now about any of that. I can choose how I step forward, though, and keep my eye on stuff. And again, this isn't a thing that's about that kind of stuff. I'm just talking about surviving through it passively, unfortunately. But still, that's it's the only option that kind of lets you disassociate from it. But and helping others, and trying to be with your family and spending time with the people close to you. And family doesn't have to mean blood. I was just thinking earlier, talking to my son, my father's side of the family had a patriarch, and he wasn't blood related at all, but he married into the family, but he was the patriarch of our family. And you wouldn't know no different whether we were blood or not. So there's definitely groups of people that I definitely feel like are close enough to be considered that. But anyway, well, those people help, I mean, I know if honestly you're in a bad mood and you go and do something nice for somebody and see a genuine smile, or just feel that appreciation, dude, that can totally change your whole feeling. It can totally pivot your whole day. So I guess that's really the message, is the only way that we're gonna get through this is if we help each other. We have to stick together. And granted, everything is developed to keep us apart, unfortunately. Mentally, certain parties, groups, and granted, there's nothing wrong with separating communities and having nations or whatever. I'm just saying that we are all one, though. We are definitely one, and through the teachings of a certain Palestinian refugee once said, and a bunch of people wrote it down into different books, but that we are one, and we are, I'm just gonna leave it there. We are one, and everybody knows that, but it's we still just act like we don't. And it doesn't make a damn bit of sense. No, no, doesn't make a damn bit of sense why we deny the fact. Oh, oh, oh. We are one, we are one, we are one, we are one. So maybe you needed to hear this today. Thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe. I'm not gonna really read the comments right now. I don't know, but hope to see you again. Signing off, KB Hatfield.